to be my most authentic self, to live each moment fully and freely, to expand and to experience a greater way of living. That's what my purpose is. That's what your purpose is. It's not to do miracles, although everything is a miracle if you really break it down. Can you even imagine how much of a miracle it is? Just move your body. Think of everything that has to happen for me to move my fingers like this. That's a miracle in and of itself. The thing that came to me today was how can I be more fully present as I do my live service today, my live in person service today? How can I be there for people in a way that causes them to connect, a way that causes them to get it, a way where they walk away feeling empowered, a way where they feel when they came in with no hope, they leave with hope? How can I be that expression of life that causes others to light up as well? I don't know the answer yet, but I do know that my mind, which is a part of infinite intelligence, will be guided. In that very moment, whatever that moment is, it will guide me because I'm open to receive the wisdom of the infinite that's desiring to express as me, through me, for me. See, we forget, we think we're just this little ego. We think that we're just this body when in fact we're the infinite expressing us as a soul that we think is separate, but in reality, that soul is a part of all that is. And we're unique. Every one of us is unique. We're never meant to be alike anyone else. So I always look at how can I have a greater experience of life? What is it that I can do that's new, that's different, that allows me to use my unique gifts in ways that I can't even imagine at this point? You weren't meant to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I asked the question, did you do anything new already this morning? I threw something into the mix in my daily practice. In between, I had 10 minutes. You know what I did? Popped out my Instapot, made me a big container. I mean, a container, the whole Instapot full of a vegetarian onion imitation chicken noodle soup. I put it on right before a meditation. And then when I got out of meditation, I walked upstairs and the smell of the house was magnificent. There's nothing better than when you get the smell of a magnificent pot of soup. And if you don't understand me, I love soups. Soups are some of my favorite foods. So I'm having that for lunch today because I fast until 11:30. That's my normal routine. I eat till about 6:30 the night before, then I fast until 11:30. I find that allows my body full time to assimilate and eliminate, and I feel better. And here's the key thing. I've learned to do things that cause your body and your mind to feel better because that feedback loop you're giving is telling you, are you having your experience? Are you being authentic? Are you being real? A lot of people say, well, you got to eat this way. Well, I ask the question, well, that may not be my authentic way of eating. How do I know? How does my body respond to it? How's my body talking to me? What does my body feel as I'm doing that? Real important. Don't deny that. Don't deny that inner wisdom coming from you. You're being guided every step of the way. Here's the challenge. Are you aware? Are you aware of that infinite wisdom that's flowing in you and through you? Yeah, I know. So what are you going to do today, Laura, Corey, Jean, McBride, Zach, Zoe, Kenny? What are you going to do today that's special? What are you going to do today that's going to light you up? I don't know. And it doesn't matter if I know. It only matters if you know. And maybe it is, maybe you're going to say, today, I'm going to be open to saying yes to some new adventure. I love adventure. Ask my wife, ask my sons, ask my friend Niranjan, ask people who know me. I love adventure because adventure brings the juices out in you. Well, good morning, Olivia. You're a first timer. Welcome. Love that. Olivia Love. Olivia Love. That's like my daughter. My daughter's name is Claire Love. Not my daughter, my granddaughter. I'm sorry. Adventure is so good. And here's the adventure. You can have an adventure just thinking differently. You can actually be doing the same things, but because you're thinking differently, you're going to have a whole different experience because your perception is everything. You know that, don't you? Your perception is everything. For those of you watching on YouTube, and if you're podcasters, know that you can get this that I'm doing here in a podcast every day. So if you're a listener and you're not watching on YouTube and that, go to Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. Look for that podcast and you'll find it. Or just put in me, Reverend Lee Wallach. You'll find all the podcasts I'm on. I have really two that I'm on. I have a weekly podcast called Agape Spiritual Center. I have a daily podcast called Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. And then I'm guest on other people's podcasts out there. So I just share that with you in case you want to know more about or get more Lee in your life. And it's not more Lee, more questions in your life, because that's what I do. I come here to ask you questions. I come here without your answers. If someone comes to you and says, I know your answer, run, because no one knows your answer but you. Here's the key thing. Don't run away from yourself. Ask the question. Listen. Your higher self will let you know. With that, that's my message today. Make this your best day ever. Simply because only you can. Know that I love you because I accept you as you are. Till tomorrow. Aloha.